issued by the regulators. The company has taken all feasible steps to ensure that the shareholders are provided with an opportunity to participate in the annual general meeting and vote. Adequate video conferencing facility and live webcast of this meeting has also been provided. The register of directors and key managerial personnel and their shareholding and the register of contracts or arrangements in which the directors are interested will be available for inspection if the shareholders so desire. The members may please note that in accordance with the applicable provisions and the rules of Companies Act 2013 and SEBI regulations, the company has provided remote e-voting facility to its members for casting the votes through electronic means. The remote e-voting commenced at 9 a.m. on Sunday, September 3rd, 2023 and ended at 5 p.m. on Tuesday, September 5th, 2023. The facility for e-voting is also made available during the AGM for members who have not cast their vote using remote e-voting. We take pleasure in announcing that we are joined by our directors, statutory auditor, secretarial auditor, internal auditor, and other consultants. I now request the directors to please start with self-introduction. May we start with you, Mr. Deepak Goyal?
Good evening. I am Deepak Goyal, Executive Director and Chief Business Officer at Tanla Platforms. I'm also a member of Risk Management Committee. Thank you.
Sanjay Kapoor. I am a non-executive director on the board of Tanla since August 2019. I'm the chairperson of the Stakeholder Relationship Committee, a member of the Nominations and Remuneration Committee, member of the CSR Committee, Risk Management Committee, and a member of the ESG Council.
I'm Rahul Khanna, Independent Director on the board of Tanla from July 2020, and I'm Chairperson of the Audit Committee and CSR Committee and member of the Stakeholder Relationship Committee, NRC and ESG Council.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Amrita Gangotra. I'm an independent director with Tanla since July 2019. I am the chairperson for the Risk Management Committee and also the member of the Audit Committee, NRC, and the Stakeholder Relationship Committee. Thank you.
Good evening, everyone. I am Rohit Bhasin, the lead independent director on the Tanla board. I am the chairperson of the Nomination and Remuneration Committee, and I'm also a member on all other committees, that is the Audit Committee, the CSR Committee, the Shareholders Relationship Committee, the Risk Management Committee, and the ESG Council. Thank you.
Hey, good afternoon, everyone. This is Arvind. I'm the CFO of Tanla Platforms. A warm welcome to all shareholders to our AGM.
Hi, good afternoon, everybody. This is Amit Agarwal. I'm a partner with MSK and Associates. We are the statutory auditors of Tanla Platforms Limited.
Hi, good afternoon, everyone. This is Vishal Jain, partner with Deloitte, and we are the interim auditors of Tanla Platforms.
Good evening, everyone. This is Mahadev Tirnagari. I'm a company secretary by profession, and I'm acting as scrutinizer for this annual general meeting of Tanla.
Hi, good evening, everyone. I'm Amit Jain, partner with KPMG Assurance and Consulting Services. We have been associated with Tanla Platforms Limited as process consultants for over 5 years in driving multiple initiatives across process improvements, data analytics, and KPI monitoring. Thank you.
Good evening, everyone. This is Varsha. I'm a senior manager with EY India. We are secretarial and governance advisors to Tanla Platforms.
May we now request our CEO and chairman to address the shareholders, please.
Welcome, everyone, to our AGM. Our teams have done a wonderful job last year, and we have many exciting years to come. Let us step back and reflect on our journey so far. I'm also excited to share some key updates across innovation, platform, enterprise business, talent, and ESG. It is extremely hard to build a high-growth SaaS business with profitability and cash flows. but we have made this possible with high revenue growth, 70% EBIT levels, and strong cash flows. We are accelerating our innovation engine. We launch one gigantic platform every year, and it is our ambition to accelerate to 4 platforms. I know it is extremely ambitious plan, but we are building the right infrastructure to scale our innovation. All of this innovation is going to happen from our 100,000 square feet innovation center, from where I'm addressing all of you. It is my prediction that Wisely ATP is going to be our most successful platform so far. The sandbox results have been tremendously encouraging. Enterprises are very happy with our results. I'm personally very impatient for not accelerating the go-to-market. Since AI and ML solution is complex, mobile carriers and enterprises are getting into a lot of details on how to deploy the solution from the regulatory standpoint. We have seen this in most of our platforms, including our DLT platform TrueBlock, where commercialization took almost 18 months post-launch, but the same platform is now the largest blockchain use case in the world. What really gives me satisfaction is that our platform helped over 1 billion citizens get vaccinated, reduce spam for mobile users, and protect users against fraud. We're extremely honored to be someone behind the scenes for the billions of people we serve, our customers. On our enterprise business, over the last 12 to 15 months, we have demonstrated our resilience and come out stronger. We committed to the market we would exit FY23 with an EBITDA of 20% despite industry disruption, and we delivered it. Kudos to the entire Carex team. Competition is quite intense. Tough times are not fun, but it helps industry leaders consolidate, and that is exactly what we did. Our acquisition of Value First from Twilio further consolidated our leadership in CPaaS space in India with a 35% revenue market share. We are the larger than the next 3 competitors combined. On our financial discipline, when the entire world has been raising capital, we have built our business through internal accruals to become probably among the top 2 pure-play CPaaS companies in the world. We are debt-free with a strong balance sheet. We are the only CPaaS company to have a dividend policy of 30% of PAT and executed 3 buybacks in a row. On ESG, we're not just building a great business, but a great institution with ESG at our very core. Over the past 3 months, we have come out with our sustainability and tax transparency report. Our disclosures on a quarterly basis is probably best in class, and we're constantly improving. We encourage our employees to build a sustainable planet. We have schemes incentivizing our employees to buy electric cars, source locally produced organic fruit. We have the best of the teams, and our attrition is below the industry average. Our employee productivity is incredible. We generate close to 5 crores of revenues and 0.8 crores of PAT per employee per annum. This is probably the gold standard in the SaaS industry. This is how we create shareholders' value. We have around 2 lakh shareholders with some marquee institutional holding, both FIIs and domestic mutual funds. We have generated significant value to our shareholders through different market cycles. Our financial discipline, as well as ability to withstand disruptions and emerge stronger, means that any long-term shareholders will win with Tanla. We are on a unique journey, and thank you for your unwavering support over the years. The best is yet to come. As I end, I would encourage all the shareholders to vote on the resolutions, and your voice is very important to us. Thank you.
We now proceed with the agenda of the AGM notice. The notice calling for the AGM dated August 4th, 2023, convening the 27th Annual General Meeting with a copy of the annual report for the financial year ended March 31st, 2023, has been electronically circulated to the eligible shareholders. With your permission, I shall take the notice and the board report as read. The statutory auditor's report on the standalone and consolidated financial statements for the year ended on March 31st, 2023, and secretarial audit report for the year ended March 31st, 2023, does not contain any qualification, disclaimer, reservation, or adverse remark. Hence, are not required to be read as per the regulations of Companies Act 2013. We now move to the items of business to be transacted in the AGM. The ordinary business is being to consider and adopt the audited, standalone, and consolidated financial statements of the company for the financial year ended 31st March 2023, together with the reports of the Board of Directors and auditors thereon. Second point, to declare a final dividend of rupees 4 per equity share of rupee 1 each for the financial year ended March 31st, 2023. The third agenda item, to appoint a director in place of Mr. D. Uday Kumar Reddy, who retires by rotation and being eligible seeks reappointment. We have one item under special business, which is to approve an increase in the aggregate limits of the loans and investments to be made by the company. We now move to the question and answer session, which will be taken over by our CEO, Mr. Uday Reddy, Mr. Deepak Goyal, our CBO, and Mr. Arvind Vishwanathan, our CFO. May we now request the floor to be open for the Q&A session.
Thank you, Madam. I am a moderator here. I will bring the pre-registered speakers who are currently available one by one. The first registered speaker is Mr. Deepak Chokhani from Mumbai. I would request the speaker, Mr. Deepak, to unmute your audio and switch on your camera to proceed further. Thank you. Mr. Deepak.
Thank you. Good evening to everyone, and thanks for this opportunity. I have three quick questions. Given the industry consolidation over the past 1 year, where do you see Tanla in the next 2-3 years? I mean, what is our aspiration and what is our vision for the next 2-3 years? That's question number one. Question number two is post-acquisition of Value First. Are we planning to go aggressively in some of the international geographies? And the last question is, when will Wisely ATP get commercialized? Thank you.
Thank you, sir. We'll move to the next registered speaker. The next registered speaker is Mr. Anil Nahata from Navi Mumbai. I would request the speaker, Mr. Anil, to unmute your audio and switch on your camera to proceed further. Thank you. Mr. Anil, I would request you to unmute your audio and switch on your camera to proceed further.
Yes, I'm just trying to get there.
Yeah.
I don't know about the camera, but good evening to all of you.
Yeah, we got your camera, but we are not able to get your vision, but your camera is on.
Okay, so please excuse me for that. I would like to start with a statement, and that is to congratulate Uday, his team, for us staging a smart recovery from the last year's headwinds that the industry found itself in. The NLD price war and the erosion in the ILD prices and the margins also. As we came out of FY23 and going into FY24, I mean, now I think we have certain industry tailwinds with the company in terms of both the NLD and the ILD price rise. The price war is a thing of the past now, and I hope that there will be more mature competition, and that the digital push continues. So UPI, etc., are all giving a very nice push. So this is setting a very nice tailwind for the company and for the industry as well. And there is also an area of confusion, which is basically due to the three quick M&As that has happened, and what will be the emerging industry structure and how the industry is going to move forward from here. Today morning also, I was very fortunate to see the demo of Wisely done by Mr. Sunil Bajpai and his team. And it is really a wonderful product. I mean, something that I believe will be useful to all the enterprises of India. And not only that, I think it can be actually the spearhead for going international. I mean, it is a completely product which is amenable to going international also. It is equally applicable. With this, Uday, I would like to congratulate you and your team. And I think I will echo what the earlier speaker said. What I am asking and requesting you is to present a sort of a formal roadmap from the management over the medium term with the following perspectives. One, along the product lines. Second, along the geography. Third is along the revenues, and if possible, around margins as well, so that the shareholders can get a view after this industry consolidation as to what is the direction of CPaaS industry in general and what is the specific direction of Tanla in particular. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. We'll move to the next registered speaker. The next registered speaker is Mr. Milind Damodar Karmarkar from Mumbai. I would request the speaker, Mr. Milind Damodar, to unmute your audio and switch on your camera to proceed further. Thank you. Mr. Milind. Mr. Milind, I would request you to unmute your audio and switch on your camera to proceed further. Mr. Milind, you continue to be on mute. I would request you to unmute. Since there is no response from this investor, we'll move to the next speaker. The next registered speaker is Alexis Peter Mascarenhas from Mumbai. Mr. Mascarenhas is not available at this moment. We will move to the next registered speaker. The next registered speaker is Mr. Aspi Bezonia from Mumbai. Mr. Aspi is also not available at this moment. We will move to the next registered speaker. The next registered speaker is Mr. Gaurav Lidadar. I would request Mr. Gaurav to unmute your audio and switch on your camera to proceed further. Mr. Gaurav is also not available at this moment. I would request the company officials to respond to the speaker's questions. Thank you.
Sure. Thanks to all shareholders, right? So let me kind of curate the kind of questions that comes in and pass it along to Deepak and Uday as required, right? I think first question is just in terms of vision. Maybe I will ask Uday to take that, right? As Deepak had asked, Deepak Chokani, the industry consolidation, where do we see ourselves in 2-3 years? And in some way, Anil also alluded to the same question to say that, can you give us a roadmap in terms of, be it from a product and geography, in terms of where do we see over the next 2-3 years? So maybe Uday, can I request you to address that?
Yeah, thanks, Arvind. Deepak and Anil, I think good questions. Basically, like as I mentioned in my opening speech, we're going to accelerate our innovation engine. So we definitely one can expect the new products, new solutions from our innovation center. And in fact, we are investing a lot of money around recruitments, talent, and mainly on the infrastructure side. So one can expect a lot of innovation going forward. As I mentioned in my speech, we have launched 3 gigantic platforms in the last 3 years. First one is the Trublock, which everybody's aware of. It has become one of the biggest blockchain use cases in the world. And the latest one is A2P. It is all set to go live. It got delayed. I'm equally frustrated. But the reason being, it has to go through a lot of approvals. It has to get the blessings of a lot of regulators in India, mainly from TRAI to the RBI and so on and so forth, because everybody knows that PDP Act was in force now. So this is the right time. This is the right time for us to launch this product. So and the second one is in terms of the enterprise business, where Carex and Value First are leading the space in India. They continue to lead. We don't want to lose any of our market revenue share. I'll be very surprised if we don't strengthen ourselves in the coming quarters. That's number two. But in terms of our expansion plans, yes, in fact, I was in Saudi last week. We met a couple of large telcos on the enterprise there. We see the opportunity over there. We should be able to expand into Saudi in the next 1 quarters, if not before. So, but we want to be very, very cautious and conscious about in terms of our international expansions. We don't want to open the offices all over the place, so we are very, very conscious and very, very cautious about our platforms deployments, because we need to comply with local regulations. So we are closely watching the local regulations. We are trying to understand the regulations and the challenges around the languages and so on and so forth. So definitely, the Saudi is on the cards. Like our teams are working, opening the office and incorporating the company. It should happen in the next 1 quarter. So, if not second reason in this year, financial year, definitely we should be able to open our office and some activity in Riyadh in this financial year. So definitely, as I told you, we are growing on both the fronts, both on platform side as well as on the enterprise side. We have healthy margins, and we are here to maintain our financial discipline. We don't want to do any business at the cost of losing money. So we are very, very clear about it. I think, Arvind, I kind of addressed both the questions. Anything else?
Yeah. So there one more question maybe I will ask Deepak to address, which Anil had mentioned, is in terms of some of the macro trends like UPI and the digital, proliferation that has come in, and how that means for an industry, especially the backdrop of little bit of pricing stability. So maybe Deepak can give a perspective in terms of how he's seeing the industry and with the pricing environment in terms of how it has changed over a period of time.
Hello, everyone. So, as far as the pricing goes, as we have mentioned earlier, also that pricing is quite stable now. So, from that part, we are good. In terms of overall industry, you must be seeing how the UPI transactions are going through the roof, and they are growing on month and quarter basis, and that is going to help us and the overall industry, as a whole. But other than that, there are a few other interesting, things which are going on, which I would like to, highlight. It is not just about sending notifications or sending, SMS, notification over SMS or over email or so on. A lot of other work is going on. Let's say, for example, we have, as you are aware, we have multiple channels. We have SMS, we have WhatsApp, we have RCS, we have Truecaller, then we have email and voice and so on. And what we are doing right now is that how we can work with the brands, and not only, and we can get their dollars not only on their notification or the communication piece, but can we do some branding also for them? Can we get their dollars where their the budgets from their branding side of it? Let's say, for example, don't be surprised that tomorrow if you get any notification on your WhatsApp. Let's say if you ordered something from McDonald's, and you get a message on your WhatsApp inbox where a McDonald's mascot is coming, and he is kind of saying, "Hey, your order is ready," or your burger is ready, or whatever, right? So it is not just about a notification, but here McDonald's has done the branding as well. Okay, so we are continuously working on on such solutions, and we are working with different verticals, and so a lot of interesting work is going on. And I'm sure that the overall, as our industry, it will evolve, and we will be able to expand the industry, in the coming few quarters and years.
Thanks, Deepak. So I think we've addressed all the questions that the shareholders have asked. So maybe Anuradha, I will hand it over to you now to take the proceedings forward.
Sure. Thank you, Arvind. We now move on to thanking all the participants, the directors and the auditors who have joined us in the AGM. This is also to announce that we have actually received a very good response on the shareholder registration, but for some reason, some of the shareholders have not been able to join us. We encourage all the shareholders to write to us if there are any queries that you feel are unanswered. Please go ahead and write to us at investorhelp@tanla.com and we will respond to our queries. The Insta poll will remain open for the shareholders who have attended this AGM to cast your vote in case you've not voted on the resolutions. Please go ahead and cast your votes. The results of this e-voting will be informed to the stock exchanges once the scrutinizer submits the report within 48 hours after the AGM is concluded. We now conclude this annual general meeting with a good thank you to everybody who has participated. Thank you, one and all.